Hello and welcome to the Business of Meaning podcast. I'm your host, Eric Rozenberg. Over the years, I've had the privilege of helping businesses in the meetings and event industry grow and succeed. And I'm excited to share that experience with you. If you feel alone and overwhelmed, and if you're looking to take your business to the next level, improve your strategy and sales, and connect with like minded professionals, you are in the right place. I invite you to visit eventbusinessformula.com and join our community of event business owners dedicated to exponential growth. Now, let's dive into today's episode. Hello, and welcome to a new episode of the Business of Meeting podcast. And today, not the first time, I want to share with you 5 books among the books that I read this summer, which, by the way, there's more than 5 that I read, but those are really various books that I believe will be very interesting for small business owners in our industry and for people in general that I really love. So if you know me, you know that I love reading and learning. And if you would see, if you think that what's behind me is the books that I have in the office, think again, you don't see what's behind of there. There's, I don't know, probably half of the number of books that are also there. In other words, when someone tells me you should read that book, the first thing I do, I just go and buy it. So I try to read 25, 30 books a year, but there's more waiting for me. Long story short, these are books that I'm going to talk about that are not necessarily the published the last months, and they are extremely impactful books that I'm sure will also teach you something and help you in your business and your life. The very first one, and I'm sure many of you will say, "Oh yeah, I've read that book before." It actually the first time that I was able to read that book, and I can't even remember who offered that to me, who told me to buy it. But it's called The Last Lecture from Randy Pausch, Professor Carnegie Mellon with Jeffrey Zaslow. It's his thinking, it's his philosophy, knowing that he was going to die. But he was a professor of computer science. And this last lecture is really mixed with philosophical book, with learnings, with inspiration on how to run your life, on what to do with your spouse, with your kids. It's absolutely amazing. The last lecture, I really don't have more to tell you than buy this book and trust me that if you think that was a waste of time, let me know. But it's absolutely fabulous. The last lecture, for those watching on YouTube, this is the cover. The and just talking about it, I'm getting emotional. And really, this is type of books that you keep with you all your life, and you hope that the next generation will read it as well. So phenomenal book, The Last Lecture. Then it's a book that I received from my wife, and it's about time management for mortals, Oliver Burkeman, and it's called 4,000 Weeks. You do the math, it's about the time we have in our life. And here is also philosophical, but it's really great tricks for time management and tools that you can really use in your business, tools that you can use in your life, the way you block your time, the way you organize your time, the way you audit your time, and with a lot of humor. So I truly enjoyed it. It's called 4,000 Weeks Time Management for Mortals from Oliver Burkeman. The third book is from the poster child of an entrepreneur. I had the opportunity to listen to this guy at an EO event a few months ago, which quite frankly I was going, okay, he's known, but I had no like specific expectation. It was phenomenal. It's full of energy. He's an amazing storyteller. The delivery was phenomenal, and the deepness, the content was truly amazing. And he spoke about it, one of his book, and I decided to buy it and to read it, and it was a great use of my time. It's the one and only Jesse Itzler, and it's called Living with a Seal, 31 Days Training with the Toughest Men on the Planet. It's inspiring, it's fun, And my goodness, this guy is nuts, and absolutely love what he's describing. And quite frankly, when you've read it, yeah, don't want to complain about anything. And even if you're tired, whatever, no, you keep going. This is a great read. And also, after you've read it, I'm sure you will even have a lot of energy and willingness to do even more in your life and your business. Living with the Seal, Jesse Itzler. Then, the fourth book that I strongly recommend you read is a book from my friend Peter Cash. He was a professor at Wharton Business School. He's an entrepreneur, he's a VC. I don't know in how many businesses he is. This guy is absolutely phenomenal. And what he wrote about is make your own luck. That's the title of the book. Success tactics you won't learn in business school. And it's true. And I remember there was a professor from, I believe, the ESSEC, the business school in Paris, that had a very popular video 15 years ago. It was about luck. And he recorded himself with for student in masters that just finished the year and said, "We just finished the year. I'm not going to see you anymore in the future. And I forgot to tell you the most important lesson." And he's talking about luck and how you created your luck. And that's really the book of Peter. It's how you create your own luck, how you move forward, how, as Winston Churchill used to say, when you go through hell, keep walking, but actually creating the right settings and being ready to catch the luck when it passes. Plus, and just for the sake of reading the stories of Peter, phenomenal. I really, really, really enjoy reading this book, reading those stories of his life, opportunities in business, what he did with it. Really highly recommended. Make Your Own Luck from Peter Cash. And last but certainly not least, it's called Fool Me Once. Now, for those who love Arlan Coben, you would know about his book. There's also a great series on Netflix, but I totally digress because it is not about that. It's called Fool Me Once from Kelly Richmond Pope. She is a professor of forensic accounting at DePaul University in Chicago. She has a TED talk at DePaul that I listened to. She has a documentary on Netflix, which, if I remember well, it's called The Queen's Horses, something like that. And it's the story of fraud in a small town called Dixon. And she's talking about it in the book for sure, but she's also talking about all the stories that she has witnessed, some of the stories that she has witnessed about fraud. And why am I talking about this? Because as business owners, you have no idea what can happen with the people you're working with until you read this book. And especially if you're like me, kind of trusting the people very quickly and sometimes too quickly. And that's an excellent book that really opened my eyes. I strongly recommend you to read this book, to listen to her TED Talk, and to watch her series, All the Queen's Horses. It's Kelly Richmond Pope, Fool Me Once, Scam Stories and Secrets from the $1 trillion fraud industry. Yeah, the $1 trillion fraud industry. Absolutely insane. So, in summary, Fool Me Once from Kelly Richmond Pope. Make Your Own Luck. Success Tactics You Won't Learn in Business School from Peter Cash. Cash with a K. Living with a Seal. 31 Days Training with the Toughest Man on the Planet from Jesse Isler. 4,000 Weeks Time Management for Mortals from Oliver Berkman. And the amazing The Last Lecture from Randy Pausch with Jeffrey Zaslow. Again, phenomenal book. I hope you'll enjoy reading those books. I hope it will inspire you as much as it inspired me. And we'll be back next week with a new episode of the Business of Meeting podcast. In the meantime, if you have any question about running your business in the meetings and event industry, You know how to reach me on LinkedIn. And if I don't have the answer, I'm sure I know the person who can help you. So never hesitate. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you for tuning in to the Business of Meeting podcast. I hope you found today's episode valuable. If you enjoyed the show, the most important thing you can do is leave a review and share it with your colleagues. It really helps spread the word. I truly appreciate your support. And if you're ready to take your business to the next level, don't forget to visit eventbusinessformula.com to learn more about how we are helping even business owners like you. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you next time.